I've said time and time again in Football Manager, the staff, your backroom staff, are so important that you really should focus on them. Well, in today's video, I am sending Pep Guardiola to Blythe Spartans, and we have moved Graham Fenton, the Blythe Spartans manager, to Manchester City. Is the head coach as important as we think it is? I mean, surely Pep Guardiola will get a song out of Blythe Spartans. Now, the interesting thing is Man City are expected to win the league. Blythe Spartans are expected to come 21st. So having a world-class manager like Pep Guardiola, does that mean that they will be successful? Does that mean he can get a tune out of these lowly Van Raam National League North players? And Graham Fenton, being his high-quality Graham Fenton, now it's no disrespect to him, but is he good enough to manage Man City? Will he be successful? Let's jump 6 months into the future and let's see if both of them still have a job. So here we are, the Premier League table, and Man City are in second place at the minute. 112, drew 3, lost 3. And Graham Fenton is still the manager. So happy days to him. He's up to a 2-star reputation now. Has he done any transfers? He has. He signed Yuri Tillemans and Patrick Schick from Leverkusen. Some good deals there. Some good deals for him. Has he let anyone go? Has anybody left because he's come in? Transfer-wise, not a single player has left the club. Pep Guardiola at Blythe Spartans has them just outside the relegation zone. So even Pep Guardiola on his own cannot lift a club like Blythe Spartans after 6 months. Maybe it is true. Maybe Guardiola's only good because he keeps getting given the best players. Who knows? Has he attracted anybody? Has anybody come to the club because Pep Guardiola's at the club? Let's go through where all of these signings come from. He used to be at Radcliffe, so no. He used to be in Nottingham Forest, so former Nottingham Forest youngsters come in. A former Leeds youngsters come in. A former Huddersfield youngsters come in. They managed to get a player from Doncaster on loan. They've got the former Farsley goalkeeper and a player from Oldham Athletic. So I wouldn't say having Pep Guardiola has made a difference at all after 6 months with Blythe. Let's jump forward to the end of the season and see if both of them have kept the job. Maybe Guardiola will be sacked. So you join us on the 11th of June, and the reason I've come back on this date will become clear in a second. So Man City finished second in the Premier League with 89 points. And Graham Fenton, now up to 2.5-star reputation, by the way. And I think he's improved a tiny bit as a coach. Continental A licence now, still doesn't have his pro licence. Got to get that sorted. We know that manager from Rems, they get fined 22,000 every game. So he needs to fix that. But the reason we're back now is Graham Fenton led Manchester City to the FA Cup and Champions League finals, winning the FA Cup 1-0 over Liverpool before losing to Real Madrid in the Champions League final. But I would say for his first season as a very amateur head coach, he's done quite well. So how Pep Guardiola has maybe started to get a tune out of his players, ending up finishing in 12th place. Blythe definitely had a better second half to the season. Pep Guardiola is still the manager, win rate of 35%, -2. Now, in terms of cup competitions, did he manage to make any upsets? I'm looking through. No, they went out the FA Trophy to Buxton. Didn't beat anybody in the same division. In the FA Cup, they went out to Scunthorpe in the final qualifying round. In terms of transfers, there wasn't any other shock transfers made. So having Pep Guardiola didn't do anything for Blythe Spartans in terms of attracting bigger players in one season. He didn't manage to get a tune out of these players any more than Graham Fenton probably would have. Yet Graham Fenton took Man City to the Champions League final, won the FA Cup, second in the Premier League, which fan base would be happier? That's the question. But let's just jump forward one more season, because I did simulate season 2 and something quite interesting did happen. So in the second season, Graham Fenton won the Premier League title by 14 points. He is now a Premier League winning manager. A Premier League winning manager. He was thrown in from Blythe Spartans all the way up to Manchester City, and he continued the great form. Transfer-wise, they signed Ferland Mendy, Gvardiol and Rodrigo. So they've managed to hold on to everybody, and they've added strength to the squad. And in the second season, just to make things even more interesting, League Cup-wise, they went down in the 4th round to Arsenal. But they, as well as winning the Premier League, got to the FA Cup final again, this time losing to Liverpool. And again got to the Champions League final, again losing to Real Madrid. So they've managed to get to 2 Champions League finals in a row with Graham Fenton as the manager. But this is the one you're here for. This is the one you're here for. Pep Guardiola at Blythe Spartans in season 2. Pep Guardiola as manager of Blythe Spartans. He just left. He's just left the job. Got Blythe relegated. He got Blythe Spartans relegated. I mean, and bear in mind, he quit on the 1st of June, so he didn't leave early. He got Blythe Spartans relegated from the Vanarama National League North. So maybe, just maybe, the greatest manager in the world at the minute cannot even save a Vanarama National League North side from relegation. Absolutely insane. I've been Paul, also known as the Northman. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.